What's going on YouTube? Thanks for tuning into the channel. Welcome to Ohso Simplified, where I have a video here for you about the 5 techniques to get in shape, stay in shape forever using the Ohso Simplified method. Now, this is basically coming from a lot of the videos I watch, a lot of the people I see in the gym, I think are doing very overcomplicated things that don't really do much better to achieve results than what I'm going to show you here. I'm not saying that what I'm going to show you is going to make you the best bodybuilder ever, but if your general idea is to stay in shape, maintain shape, do things on a quick time constraint, I think this is for you. I also think this can be extrapolated to be bigger because all of my workout protocols basically incorporate these 5 things that I'm going to show you now. There are some added things as I've gotten older, as I build things. This is like a better shot of the gym that I'm starting to create here, but basically it comes from these 5 things that I'm gonna tell you now. I'll simplify it. I'll show you 3 different variations, all minimal equipment, very achievable for anybody. And also if you're looking to get started on your own gym, basically the tools that I'm gonna use all together within about a little over $100 to incorporate everything, but let's jump into it. So the 5 techniques that I'm gonna break down are: number 1, legs. So anything that's leg pushing and compound movements is going to be everything. Compound just means using multiple muscle groups. A lot of people like to do isolation. If you're really not trying to be a bodybuilder, or you haven't already exhausted your compound movements, isolation techniques, in my view, don't really have that big of a purpose. The compound movement is really where you get the bang for your buck. So things like a squat, things like a deadlift of some sort, basically going down, coming up, jumping, things of that sort would be a leg. That's number 1. So incorporate a leg exercise. Push would be the big chest muscles. It's going to incorporate the triceps, the front of your shoulders, anything to push things forward. That's another basic movement of your body, to push things in front of you or to push things below you to get on top of stuff. The next one would be pulling. That'd be number 3. So pulling. This is the other main muscle group of your upper body, which is going to be pulling things this way. It could be pulling things up this way, or pulling things down this way. But the idea is that you're doing a major pulling group that's going to associate all of the pulling muscles all together. So we've gotten legs, push, pull. The next one is going to be abs, core, posterior chain, all of this, which would either be to do a motion, which is good. That's probably the prevailing way to do things like sit-ups. I'll show you iron butterflies. But then there's other things like an ab roller, an L-sit, where it's actually resisting weight and being moved. I think those are better core exercises. Also work your back. Things with kettlebells will also incorporate that, but I'll jump right into the workouts in just a second. So I'll jump into the workouts in just a second, but let me get to the 5th one. The 5th one is going to be just added. It's going to be cardio. I'm going to show you this in 2 ways. One, I'm going to introduce the jump rope, which is my favorite way to do cardio. I have many reasons why I would stress this, but for this, just to keep it very minimal, cardio, the way we're going to do this is just by minimizing the time between sets. Also the time under tension during reps, being very engaged during that. A lot of those things I see when I go to the gym, people are just kind of like arbitrarily pushing stuff, arbitrarily pulling stuff. And one, it can damage your joints when you're not really having integrity with the movement, but also you don't really get the same result. Like I can push a 45-pound weight and really feel it, and watch somebody else lift up, 80-pound weight with the same movement, but I can tell there was no feeling in that because they just kind of like jerk it up. So having an integrity in your movements throughout the whole thing, but minimizing time between sets. People take a lot of time between sets. You can basically make anything cardio if you make it a circuit. All these will be a circuit. I'm basically going to show you 3 different variations and just switch between them. I'll talk in the middle, but I want to kind of show you also what I mean by minimizing the time between sets. I'm going to try my best just to move around the camera as I do this, and then just jump into the next one. All right, so we're gonna start with the body weight squat. Very simple, just doing a squat. going down, I'll do it from the side profile, but I'll just do 10 of these. I generally would do 25 sets, but just for, actually I'll do a full 20. So that was 20, jump right into the push-ups. Another 20 there. This next one, I'm gonna use with a band. I don't know where my band went. So this next one's with a band. Basically, this can simulate a pull-up. Now, if you have a pull-up bar, even better. I'll do it on my knees. I generally will do it standing, but really activating the back as you pull. So you can do it in this way. I'll do 10 this way. Here, but you can also pull it in that other row motion. So it can activate different parts of your back. If you don't have a band, you can use a towel. I like the band because it provides a nice resistance. But the only way you're going to feel that one is if you really activate your back. The next movement, I'm only going to do 10. I would do less on the ab roller just because it's a little bit more difficult than push-ups and everything else. You could do 20 if you want. Just for this, I'm going to do 10. So that's one set. I would do that 5 times. I'm already starting to break a sweat. If you keep your rest between, like anywhere from 30 seconds would be optimal, but up to 90 seconds, that's a good amount of time to put between. But these workouts can be done in about 10 minutes. They're very quick. I generally do anywhere from 5 to 20 reps. 10 to 20 reps, 5 to 10 sets. I try to get up to numbers that hit 50s, and 100 just because they're round, just the way I like to think about it. It really depends on the weight or what I'm doing. So body weight, generally getting more to the 20 unless it's dips or pull-ups. And then when it's weighted, I usually stick around 10. So the next one I'll show you is with the kettlebell. This is just a 45-pound kettlebell. I would say this is not so heavy if you view yourself as decently strong. I feel like if you could put up 185 for 6 reps, this should be a good fine weight for you for like benching. Anywhere you are, 35 will be probably lighter than that. 55 will be decently heavy. But for this one, we'll start with the swing as the leg exercise. So 1, 2. So that's the swing. I drop right down. Now I'm going to do what's called a ballistic row. So a normal row, you just use your back and pull it up. Here I'm going to like throw it up and catch it. So there is some, motor coordination piece in it as well. Flat back, up. Now really try to control it on the way down. Ballistic at the top. Controlled on the way down. lost count. I think I hit 10. I think I did a little bit more. So that's the back, so legs back. Now we can jump into the chest press. So this one, hopefully you can see it. It looks like on the screen. I'm gonna rack on my waist and just push up. So this is on the right side. I like to drop it on my chest. I think this is the best view. I drop it on my chest, pass it over on my shoulder very nicely. Don't hurt yourself, and just push up. All right, so that's the push. For this one, we'll do an iron butterfly so you can see kind of one that would be more like a sit-up motion. This is the one I like. Got it from Brandon Carter when he was kind of first starting. We would kind of come out into, like in yoga, what they call a low boat. You come, crunch in. So that's 10. I mean, that was 20. So honestly, I probably would actually switch what I did with the roller with the weight and then that to make everything body weight, but you can mix and match. That's the beauty of this simple system. So the last one is gonna be with the dip bar. And there's my cold plunge little setup I got going over there too. So for this one, for the abs, I'm gonna actually do those first, and I'm gonna do an L sit. This is good for flexibility as well, releasing your lower back, but it's definitely a good core workout. And you can obviously do additional things. That's the thing I like about this. You could do it with leg lifts if you wanted it to make it like that. I like to hold it. So I'll come here, and we're just gonna do 10, 10, 10. That's what I like to do. And I'll show you what I mean. So 10 seconds on the hold. Dips. And then we're gonna do rows. You could do these on one bar. I like to do them on two. And once again, you could substitute this for a pull-up bar. There's a pull-up bar available. I put my feet out, bring my chest. That was 10 there. For this leg one, and this is something I'm making up on the spot, just so we don't do the same thing with the squats, the swings. For this one, I'll just do jump lunges. That's it there. So you can see aerobic capacity is being worked. Let me fix this. Aerobic capacity is being worked. Had to fix the camera a bit. Aerobic capacity is being worked. You can see that I'm breathing hard a little bit. That was only 3 sets. I switched it up. You can do 5 to 10 sets of this. You can see that this can be all compact very easily within 10 minutes. I'm like trying to talk, do these other things. I could have done this a lot quicker, but that's how you can pack it all into one like workout. All 5 of those techniques are incorporated in this. We have the legs, we have the push, we have the pull, we have the core, and then we have the cardio aspect. Now, if you want to add one extra thing, I would definitely say the jump rope for cardio. Now, a lot of times with cardio, it's boring as hell. Running is boring as hell. Stair climbers, a lot of that is boring. I mean, I like to run in nature, I like to ride my bike, but the jump rope, I think for the bang for the buck, the time you need to actually do it is very short compared to what you would have to do for a run for the comparison of result. Showing you how to do this would be a whole different video. I do have a course that's going to be coming out soon. I already shot it, I just have to edit it all up, but to basically show you how to jump rope, I'll put a little clip of me jump roping in here. But I think this is definitely the best thing for cardio. It also is a good arm workout, shoulder workout, because you have to hold the ropes and swing the ropes. But it's something that's engaging. You can do it, you can burn a lot of calories if that's what you're looking to do. But my view is more of having an overall healthy lifestyle and having something you can easily implement no matter where you are. All these workouts you can implement anywhere you are. You don't really need any equipment, minimal equipment. You can get all of these things done. But that's really it for this one. If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like it, dislike. Doesn't matter to me. Any feedback will do. And until next time, you know what it is. Peace out. And the last thing I wanted to add here too is just any information that you guys would want me to cover, any topics, feel free to just comment them below. Everything's going to be really simple, centered around simplifying life, things of that nature. I have some ideas in the hopper, but would obviously like any, ideas you guys would want me to cover, feel free to throw those in there too. So for real this time, peace out.